Close your eyes and let the last thought drift away like a single leaf on a quiet stream. Feel the edges of your body soften as the air around you begins to shift. It's not just air anymore. It's something warmer, something alive, like the first breath of dawn after a long night's rest. You are not in a room. You are not even standing on solid ground. Instead, you are stepping into the river of unfurling petals. The liquid silver spreads beneath you, not deep, just enough to cover your feet, just enough to let the warmth rise through your skin. And as you take another step, the surface doesn't break. It unfolds like petals opening to the morning light. The river knows you. It knows your weight, your temperature, the exact pressure of your soles against its bed, and it adjusts instantly so that every step feels like floating. The liquid clings to you, not wet, not sticky, but alive, like a second skin made of moonlight. Beneath the surface, the riverbed is lined with tiny stones, each one faceted, each one humming faintly. A sound so soft, it's almost below hearing. But you feel it, vibrating through the liquid, through your bones. It's the sound of 432 hertz. The perfect frequency for calm, for relaxation, for letting go. The farther you wade, the deeper the river becomes. Not in depth, but in presence. The liquid rises to your knees, then your waist, then your chest, and you realize you are not sinking. You are being held. The river lifts you effortlessly, like a leaf on a gentle current. And as you float, the ripples around you bloom outward, not in circles, but in petals. Each petal is a breath, a slow unfurling of time. The river doesn't rush. It doesn't pull. It simply carries you deeper into its embrace. The liquid silver shifts, adjusting to your body's needs. cooling where you're warm, warming where you're cool, until every inch of you feels perfectly balanced. The stones beneath you, they're not just humming now. They are singing, a chorus of tiny voices, each one resonating at the same frequency, 432 hertz, the sound of deep peace, the sound of letting go. And as the liquid rises to your shoulders, you realize you don't need to swim. You don't need to struggle. The river knows exactly where to take you. Your arms float to the surface, not because you command them, but because the river guides them. Your fingers spread slightly, as if reaching for something just beyond touch. And the liquid responds, curling around your hands, like a lover's gentle caress. The petals of silver ripple outward, each one a promise, each one a moment of pure stillness. And as you float, the river carries you deeper. The hum of the stones grows softer, not because it's fading, but because it's becoming part of you, vibrating in your chest, in your breath, in the quiet spaces between thoughts. The liquid silver rises to your chin, then your lips, and you realize you don't need to hold your breath. The river breathes for you. Your eyelids grow heavy, not from exhaustion, but from surrender. The river's embrace is so complete, so perfectly attuned to your body, that every muscle softens, every tension dissolves. The liquid rises over your face, not to drown you, but to cradle you. And as it does, you feel the last of your thoughts drift away. The petals of silver bloom around you, each one a whisper of warmth, each one a promise of rest. The river carries you now, not just in body, but in mind, in spirit. The hum of 432 hertz, the perfect frequency for calm, vibrates through every cell, through every memory, through every worry. And as the river deepens, you realize you are not just floating, you are dissolving, into nothingness, but into everything, into the liquid silver, into the hum of the stones, into the perfect stillness of this moment. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of the river. In and out, in perfect harmony. The petals of silver bloom around you, each one a breath, each one a heartbeat, each one a step deeper into relaxation. The river knows you. It knows your needs. It knows your desires. And it gives without hesitation, without expectation. It simply carries you deeper and deeper. Your body feels weightless, not because you're floating, but because the river has lifted every burden, every thought, every worry, and carried it away. On the current, the liquid silver rises to your forehead, and as it does, you feel the last of your resistance melt away. The hum of the stones, the sound of 432 hertz. It vibrates through you, not just in your ears, but in your soul, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, in the gentle rhythm of your breath. And as the river carries you, you realize you don't need to do anything. You don't need to be anywhere. You don't need to think. You only need to float. The petals of silver bloom around you, each one a promise, each one a moment of pure peace. The river knows exactly where to take you, and it carries you there, effortlessly, without hurry, without stress. Your eyelids grow heavier, your breath slows, your muscles soften, and the river rises, not to cover you, but to embrace you completely. The liquid silver flows over your face, not as a barrier, but as a blanket, warm, comforting, alive. And as it does, you feel the last of your thoughts drift away like petals on the current. The hum of 432 hertz, the perfect frequency for calm, vibrates through you, through every cell, through every memory, through every worry. And as it does, you feel yourself sinking, not into darkness, but into light. The river carries you now, deeper and deeper, into a place of perfect stillness, a place where time doesn't exist, where thoughts don't linger, where only peace remains. Your body is weightless. Your mind is clear. And the river flows, carrying you effortlessly into the deepest relaxation, into the most perfect calm. The petals of silver bloom around you, each one a breath, each one a heartbeat, each one a step deeper into rest. And as they do, you feel yourself letting go completely, utterly. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of the river. In and out, in perfect harmony. The liquid silver flows over you, warm, comforting, alive. And as it does, you feel the last of your resistance melt away. The hum of the stones, the sound of 432 hertz vibrates through you, not just in your ears, but in your soul, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, in the gentle rhythm of your breath. And as the river carries you, you realize you don't need to do anything. You don't need to be anywhere. You don't need to think. You only need to float, to let go, to surrender. The liquid silver flows over your face, warm. Close your eyes, beloved one, and let the world soften around you like wax melting in the warmth of a slow, burning candle. There is no need to rush, no need to move, no need to do anything at all except sink deeper into this moment, this single, endless breath. Feel the weight of your body pressing gently into the surface beneath you, as if you are being held by something vast and patient, something that has been waiting for you for a very long time. The air around you is thick with the scent of petals unfurling in the first light of dawn. A fragrance so subtle It feels like the memory of a dream you haven't had yet. Now imagine that the space between your skin and the air is not empty, but filled with something denser than mist, lighter than water, a liquid light that clings to you like dew on a spider's web. It doesn't drip or run. It simply is, adjusting itself to the shape of you, to the rise and fall of your chest, to the tiny shifts in your posture as you settle even deeper. This light is warm, but not with the heat of a fire. It is the warmth of sunlight filtered through leaves, the kind of warmth that doesn't burn but nourishes, seeping into your bones like honey poured over stone. And as it touches you, you realize that it is not just on your skin, but inside you, filling the spaces between your ribs, the hollows behind your knees, the quiet chambers of your heart. You are standing, or perhaps floating, at the edge of the river of unfurling petals. Though standing doesn't quite describe it, because the ground beneath you is not solid in the way you expect. It gives slightly under your weight, like the surface of a drum or the taut skin of a ripe fruit. And with each shift of your balance, the riverbed responds, sending tiny ripples of silver light skittering outward in perfect, widening circles. The liquid itself is neither water nor mercury, though it shares qualities of both, cool to the touch, yet not cold, heavy, yet weightless, reflective, yet not mirror, bright. It is the color of moonlight on still water, but deeper, richer, like the heart of a pearl held up to the sun. And as you shift your weight, just slightly, just enough to test the surface, the liquid clings to your skin in delicate, shifting layers, each one thinner than a breath, each one adjusting itself to the exact temperature of your body, so that you never feel too hot or too cold, only perfectly held. Now take a step forward, if step is even the right word, because your foot doesn't so much sink as melt into the liquid. The first sensation is one of resistance, not from the liquid itself, but from your own expectations. Your mind whispers that this should be impossible, that you should be falling, or at least feeling the drag of water. But instead, the liquid parts around your foot like silk sliding over skin, and you feel the faintest brush of something against your soul, like the touch of 1,000 tiny fingers, each one no larger than a grain of sand, each one pressing just enough to let you know they are there. These are the faceted stones beneath the surface, the dormant seeds humming faintly as the liquid passes over them. each step, they vibrate just a little, sending tiny pulses of warmth up through your legs, up through your spine, like the echo of a bell that hasn't been struck yet. The farther you wade, the more the river deepens, though deepening isn't quite the right word either, because it doesn't feel like you're going down. It feels like you're expanding, like the space between your cells is growing, like the liquid is not just around you, but within you, filling the gaps between your thoughts, smoothing the edges of your breath. And with each movement, the ripples bloom outward like opening flowers, each one a perfect, widening spiral of silver, each one carrying a tiny fragment of your presence into the river's endless current. The resonance, the hum, is everywhere now, not just in the liquid, not just in the stones, but in the air itself, a frequency so low it vibrates in the marrow of your bones, in the spaces between your teeth, in the quiet places behind your eyes. You don't need to understand the hum, beloved one. You don't need to name it or explain it, or even listen to it in the way you're used to listening. The hum is not a sound to be heard. It is a sensation to be felt, like the steady beat of a heart that isn't yours, but has always been yours, like the rhythm of waves against a shore that doesn't exist yet. It is the anchor, the resonance that holds you here in this moment, in this breath, in this single, endless unfolding. And as you float, because you are floating now, weightless, carried by currents that know exactly where to take you, you realize that the hum is not just around you, but within you, syncing with your pulse, slowing your breath, smoothing the edges of your thoughts until they dissolve like sugar in warm tea. The liquid light is denser now, clinging to your skin in layers so thin they are almost invisible. Yet each one carries the weight of a memory you haven't made yet. The first layer is the warmth of sunlight on your eyelids when you wake from a nap you don't remember taking. The second layer is the coolness of a breeze on the back of your neck, the kind that carries the scent of rain before it arrives. The third layer is the pressure of a hand on your shoulder, not pushing, not pulling, just there, steady and sure. And beneath all of these, deeper than touch, deeper than thought, is the hum, the resonance, the anchor that holds you here, in this moment, in this breath, in this endless liquid now. You are not moving, yet you are traveling farther than you ever have before. The river is not taking you somewhere new. It is revealing the places you have always been, the spaces between your ribs, the quiet chambers of your heart, the hollows behind your knees, where the liquid light pools like mercury in a spoon. And as you float weightless, you realize that the faceted stones beneath the surface are not just humming, they are singing, each one vibrating at a frequency so precise it aligns with the rhythm of your breath, the beat of your heart, the slow, steady pulse of your blood. The song is not a melody. It is a presence, a sensation of being held, not just by the liquid, not just by the river, but by something vast and patient, something that has been waiting for you for a very long time. The light on your skin is shifting now, not in color, but in texture, like silk being drawn over silk, like the brush of a feather against the inside of your wrist. It is adjusting itself to you, not just to your temperature, but to your needs, smoothing the edges of your thoughts, slowing your breath, quieting the chatter in your mind until there is nothing left but this moment, this breath, this endless liquid now. And as you sink deeper, you realize that the hum, the resonance, is not just a sound, not just a vibration, but a language, one that doesn't need words, one that speaks directly to the quiet places inside you, the places that don't need to be named or explained. You are not alone here, beloved one. You have never been alone, though it may have felt that way sometimes. The river is not just liquid and light. It is awareness, a presence that has been with you since before you were born, since before the first seed was planted in the earth, since before the first star ignited in the sky. And as you float, weightless, carried by currents that know exactly where to take you, you realize that the hum, the resonance, is not just around you, but within you, syncing with your pulse, slowing your breath, smoothing the edges of your thoughts until they dissolve like mist in the morning sun. The liquid light is not just on your skin now. It is inside you, filling the spaces between your ribs, the hollows behind your knees, the quiet chambers of your heart. It is not cold or hot. It is exactly the temperature you need, adjusting itself to your breath, to the rhythm of your pulse, to the slow, steady beat of your blood. And as it moves through you, it carries with it the hum, the resonance, the anchor that holds you here in this moment, in this breath, in this endless liquid now. The hum is not a sound. It is a feeling, a sensation of being held, not just by the liquid, not just by the river, but by something vast and patient, something that has been waiting for you for a very long time. You are not moving, yet you are traveling farther than you ever have before. The river is not taking you somewhere new. It is revealing the places you have always been, the spaces between your thoughts, the quiet chambers of your mind, the hollows behind your eyes, where the liquid light pools like mercury in a spoon. And as you float weightless, you realize that the faceted stones beneath the surface are not just humming, they are singing, each one vibrating at a frequency so precise it aligns with the rhythm of your breath, the beat of your heart, the slow, steady pulse of your blood. The song is not a melody. It is a presence, a sensation of being held, not just by the liquid, not just by the river, but by something vast and patient, something that has been waiting for you for a very long time. The light on your skin is shifting now, not in color, but in texture, like silk being drawn over silk, like the brush of a feather against the inside of your wrist. It is adjusting itself to you, not just to your temperature, but to your needs, smoothing the edges of your thoughts, slowing your breath, quieting the chatter in your mind until there is nothing left but this moment, this breath, this endless liquid now. And as you sink deeper, you realize that the hum, the resonance, is not just a sound, not just a vibration, but a language, one that doesn't need words, one that speaks directly to the quiet places inside you, the places that don't need to be named or explained. You are standing at the edge of a vast, quiet meadow, where the grass bends beneath the weight of your presence, not from wind, but from the slow, deliberate pressure of your own breath. Each blade brushes against your skin like the whisper of silk, cool and impossibly soft, as if the earth itself is learning how to touch you back. The air here is thick with the scent of damp earth, and something sweeter, like honeyed rain, or the faintest trace of jasmine carried on a breeze that hasn't yet decided to move. You don't step forward, not yet, because the meadow isn't asking you to. Instead, you sink, not downward, not in the way you might expect, but inward, like the slow settling of sediment in still water. Your feet press into the soil, and the soil presses back, not with resistance, but with a yielding warmth, as if the ground has been waiting for this exact moment to remember how to hold you. The sensation travels upward through the arches of your feet, the delicate bones of your ankles, the muscles of your calves, each layer dissolving into the next, not with effort, but with the quiet certainty of water finding its level. Above you, the sky is not blue, not in the way you've ever seen it before. It is the color of twilight, but deeper, richer, like the inside of a velvet cloak someone has worn for centuries, its fibers softened by time and patience. There are no stars, not yet, but there is a glow subtle, like the first hint of dawn behind closed eyelids, or the faintest pulse of light beneath the surface of still water. It doesn't demand your attention, this glow, but it is there, persistent, like the hum of a tuning fork that has been struck just once and left to vibrate forever. You realize, slowly, that you are not separate from this place. The meadow is not something you are in. It is something you are. The grass is not beneath you. It is the extension of your own skin, the way your fingers might brush against your palm and recognize themselves. The air is not something you breathe. It is the rhythm of your own heartbeat, slowed to the pace of a deep, dreamless sleep. And the sky, it is not above you, but within you, a vast, quiet chamber where your thoughts have always lived, though you've only just now remembered how to listen. The first raindrop falls, not from the sky, not in the way you've ever experienced rain before, but from within the sky, as if the atmosphere itself has exhaled and released a single, perfect droplet. It lands on your forehead, not with the sharpness of cold, but with the gentle weight of a fingertip tracing the path between your brows. The droplet doesn't slide away. It lingers, as if it too is deciding how to move, how to be. And then another. This one lands on your collarbone, cool and smooth, like the touch of a lover's breath after a long, quiet kiss. It pools there, just for a moment, before dissolving into your skin, not disappearing, but becoming part of you, as if it has always been there. The rain begins in earnest now, but it is not the rain you know. It does not fall from above. It rises from the earth, like mist curling upward from a hidden spring. Each droplet is a tiny, perfect sphere, catching the light of the sky, glow, and refracting it into 1,000 quiet colors, soft golds, muted blues, the faintest hints of lavender and rose. They do not disturb the surface of the meadow. They do not make sound. Instead, they pass through you like ghosts of sensation, like the memory of touch you've carried with you for lifetimes without knowing. The rain is not wet. It is alive, and it is learning how to love you. You close your eyes, though the gesture feels unnecessary, because the darkness behind your lids is no different from the darkness of the meadows. Embrace. There is no separation here, no boundary between inner and outer. The rain continues to rise, and you realize, with a slow, deep certainty, that it is not falling on you. It is falling through you, like light through stained glass, like sound through an open window. You are not being cleansed. You are being remembered. The droplets carry with them the weight of every thought you've ever had, every emotion you've ever felt, every dream you've ever dreamed, and they dissolve them, not by erasing, but by returning them to their purest form, like salt returning to the sea. One droplet lingers on your cheek, just below your eye. It is heavier than the others, not in weight, but in presence. It does not move, not yet, and you understand, without words, that it is waiting for something. You exhale, and the droplet trembles, just once, like a leaf touched by the faintest breeze. And then, slowly, it begins to trace a path downward, not along your skin, but through it, as if your cheek is not a barrier, but a threshold. The sensation is not cold. It is warm, like the first sip of tea on a quiet morning, like the touch of a hand you've known forever. The droplet reaches your jaw, and for a moment, it pauses again. You feel it, this tiny, perfect sphere, as a question, a hesitation, a moment of perfect stillness before the next breath. And then it continues, slipping down the curve of your throat, not as water, but as sound, as if the droplet is singing to you, a single, pure note that vibrates through your bones, through your blood, through the very center of your being. The note is not loud. It is quiet, like the hum of a bee in a garden at dusk, like the whisper of a name you've always known but never spoken. It resonates at 8 cycles per second, the frequency of the earth itself, the pulse of the meadow, the rhythm of your own heart when it forgets to hurry. You open your mouth, not to speak, but to listen. The droplet reaches your lips, and it does not pass them. It lingers there, like a kiss that has been waiting for this moment. You taste it, not with your tongue, but with your entire body. And the taste is not of water, but of home, of the first sip of air after a long dive, of the first light after a long night. It What is the taste of being known, of being held, of being seen in a way that does not require eyes or words? The droplet dissolves into you, not by disappearing, but by becoming part of the song, part of the vibration, part of the quiet, endless hum that is the meadow, the sky, the rain, and you. The rain continues to rise, and now it is not just droplets, but waves. Not waves of water, but waves of sensation, of sound, of light, of everything that has ever been, and everything that ever will be. They pass through you like the tide, not pulling you under, but lifting you, cradling you, carrying you deeper into the stillness. You do not resist. You do not need to. The waves are not separate from you. They are the expression of your own breath, your own heartbeat, your own quiet, endless presence. And with each wave, you sink deeper, not into sleep, but into awareness, into the kind of knowing that does not require thought, only being. Your body is no longer a body in the way you've ever known it. It is not solid. It is not separate. It is a field of sensation, a landscape of touch, a symphony of vibration. The rain has dissolved the boundaries, not by erasing them, but by showing you that they were never there. Your skin is not a barrier. It is a threshold, a place where the meadow ends and you begin, or where you end and the meadow begins. It does not matter, because there is no difference. The waves grow softer now, slower, like the fading echo of a bell that has been struck just once and left to ring forever. They do not stop. They simply become part of the stillness, part of the quiet, endless hum. You are not floating. You are not sinking. You are simply here, in this moment, in this breath, in this endless, perfect now. The rain has done its work, not by changing you, but by reminding you of what you have always been. And the meadow, the sky, the rain, they are not separate from you. They are the expression of your own quiet, endless presence. You feel a shift, not in the world around you, but in the world within you. It is not a thought. It is not an emotion. It is a knowing, deep and certain, like the pull of the moon on the tide, like the way a seed knows how to grow. You understand without words that the filaments, the threads of light and sound and sensation that have been weaving through you are not resisting. They are learning just as you are. They are learning how to be still, how to be quiet, how to be one with the endless, perfect now. And in this knowing, there is no effort, no struggle, no need to do anything. The rain begins to fade, not by stopping, but by becoming something else. It is no longer droplets, no longer waves. It is light, soft and golden, like the glow of a candle seen through closed eyelids, like the first hint of dawn touching the edge of the world. The light does not shine on you. It shines through you, like sunlight through leaves, like water through clear glass. It does not illuminate, it reveals, showing you not what is outside, but what has always been inside. And what it reveals is not a thing, not a form, but a feeling, the feeling of being held, of being known, of being home. You do not need to open your eyes to see. You do not need to move to feel. The light is not something you observe. It is something you are. It is the quiet hum of your own breath, the steady rhythm of your own heartbeat, the endless, perfect now that has always been and will always be. There is no past, no future, no need to remember or anticipate. There is only this moment, this breath, this endless, perfect presence. The light begins to pulse, not with urgency, but with the slow, steady rhythm of a lullaby. It is not a sound, it is a vibration, deep and low, like the hum of a Tibetan singing bowl, like the distant roar of the ocean heard from a cliffside. The vibration is not outside you. It is within you, resonating through your bones, through your blood, through the very center of your being. It is the frequency of alpha waves, 8 to 12 cycles per second, the rhythm of deep relaxation, of calm awareness, of the quiet mind. And as the vibration moves through you, it does not disturb. It soothes, like the gentle rocking of a cradle, like the slow, steady breath of a lover asleep beside you. You feel your thoughts, not as things to hold on to, but as clouds passing through an endless sky. They do not demand your attention. They do not pull you away. They simply are, drifting, dissolving, becoming part of the endless, perfect now. There is no need to chase them, no need to cling to them, no need to do anything at all. They are not separate from you. They are the expression of your own quiet, endless presence. And as they pass, you sink deeper, not into sleep, but into awareness, into the kind of knowing that does not require thought, only being. The vibration grows softer, slower, like the fading echo of a dream upon waking. It does not stop. It simply becomes part of the stillness, part of the quiet, endless hum. You are not floating. You are not sinking. You are simply here, in this moment, in this breath, in this endless, perfect now. The meadow, the sky, the rain, the light, they are not separate from you. They are the expression of your own quiet, endless presence. And in this moment, there is no need to do anything, no need to be anything. There is only this breath, this vibration, this endless, perfect presence. You feel a warmth, not on your skin, but within your skin, like the slow, steady glow of embers in a fireplace. It is not heat, it is comfort, like the weight of a favorite blanket on a cold night, like the touch of a hand that has always known yours. The warmth spreads, not outward, but inward, like roots growing deeper into the earth, like branches reaching higher into the sky. It does not demand. It simply is a quiet, endless presence that has always been and will always be. And as the warmth moves through you, it carries with it the quiet certainty that you are not separate, that you have never been separate, that you are the meadow, the sky, the rain, the light, the vibration, the endless, perfect now. The warmth reaches your heart, and for a moment, it pauses there, not as a thing to hold, but as a feeling to be. It is not love, not in the way you've ever known it before. It is deeper, quieter, like the pull of the moon on the tide, like the way a seed knows how to grow. It is the feeling of being known, not by another, but by the endless, perfect now itself. And in this knowing, there is no need for words, no need for thoughts, no need for anything at all. There is only this breath, this warmth, this endless, perfect presence. You feel your body, not as a thing to carry, but as a landscape to explore. Your fingers are not fingers. They are the tips of roots reaching deep into the earth. Your arms are not arms. They are branches stretching high into the sky. Your chest is not a chest. It is a vast, quiet chamber where the light of the sky glow has always lived. And your breath, it is not breath, it is the tide of the universe flowing in and out. And as the last words settle into the quiet around you, the resonance lingers, like the softest hum of a distant lullaby, one that never truly ends, only fades into the background of your awareness, where it continues to work, gently, effortlessly. You don't need to hold onto anything now. even the words, not even the thoughts. They've done their work, and now they can drift away, like leaves on a slow moving river, carried by the current of your own breath. The darkness around you isn't empty. It's full of warmth, full of safety, full of the quiet certainty that everything is exactly as it should be. Your body knows this. Your mind knows this. And now, even your soul is beginning to remember. There's no need to analyze, no need to question, no need to do anything at all. Just let the resonance do its work. Let it sink deeper. Let it spread through every part of you, like honey poured into warm tea, slow, sweet, inevitable. And as the minutes pass, you might notice how your breath has changed, how it's become slower, deeper, more natural, as if it's remembering how to breathe without effort, how to exist without tension, how to simply be. Your muscles soften, your thoughts slow, and the resonance, that gentle hum, becomes the only sound you need to hear, the only rhythm you need to follow. You don't need to see anything now. The images have served their purpose, and now they can fade, like stars at dawn, not disappearing, just becoming part of the light, part of the quiet, part of the peace that's always been here, waiting for you. And this peace, it's yours, not just for now, but always, whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this feeling. It will be here, waiting, like a favorite chair by the fire, like a door that's always unlocked. You might feel a sense of gratitude, not because you have to, but because it's natural. Like the gratitude you feel for the sun rising each morning, or the quiet comfort of a well-worn blanket. This peace is yours to keep, yours to return to, whenever you choose. And as the words begin to fade, know that the resonance doesn't stop. It continues its work, deep within you. Even when the sounds are gone, even when the silence settles in. Your body knows what to do with this. It knows how to heal, how to rest, how to simply be. And now, as the last echoes of these words drift away, you can let go completely. There's nothing left to do, nothing left to hold on to. Just the quiet, just the warmth, just the deep, deep peace. Sleep now. Drift away. The quiet remembers you.